oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't?
Okay, Coach, autumn has arrived in the Mid-Atlantic region of the U.S., and it is a glorious afternoon at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Yellow, Argo line! Check! Hero 15! Hero 15!
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. On the crossing route, complete. It's Todd. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And to give this time to the tailback. What a spin. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the run. Attack! Right side.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Attack!
Now a handoff here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll roll him out right. And this one's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
43, 15.
Zoom, fellas, let's go.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
I don't need to. I'll go one way.
Not today.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Easy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Check.
Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. Go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to... And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Forty's Mike right there. Ready? You're not ready. Yeah, check.
Hey, Charlie.
Ready? Oh, here we go.
On first down, Darnold. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball was thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Now Darnold. He's going to wind up and air it out. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
Check 4, check 4.
They're going to go. It's Darnold. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From just shy of midfield, Darnold. He's got his man on the crossing route. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Here's Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check it out, read.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And they give this time to the tailback. Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 26, check 26.
Hey, Ripley.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you could hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
What's that?
Red 80. 40's the mark. Squeeze. It's going to be a long day. Red 80. Be a long day. Slam. Young lady. Check. Check hot route.
On 2nd and 15 now. Darnold. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Hey, 4 down. 14 moving. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Here we go.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Singletary. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Devin Singletary, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Singletary, they'll run for it. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Devin Singletary, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 78 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From the 29, Mahomes. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the buses. Mike Bartu.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Joker.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent during the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Squeeze. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
And they are going for it. Darnold, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And to give this time to the tailback. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Hey, it's all around. 50, yellow, 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 yellow. 45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Darnold. Going up top. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Watch the screen.
Darnold from the gun. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Tighten up. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. He's checking. He's crash.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Bravo.
Yes, hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here.
To the air again, Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Steps away, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the third sack of the game for them.
And around the sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
40's Mike. 40's Mike.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 31-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Under 10, 10.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check back 40. Check back. Here we go. Check. Lucky. Check. Check 3.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's Darnold. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And this is caught at the 8. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Darnold back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Motion, 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 motion. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. Young lady.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Here we go.
Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
40's the mic. Squeeze. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Hey, Delta.
40's the mic. 40's the mic. Hey, lady. Get in the weight room. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40.
On 4th down, Darnold. And it's caught. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd and 2, Mahomes. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
43. 43.
Now they try the right side here. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. And let's pin them in.
Hey, Ripley.
Check. 45.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They run here with Singletary. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep...
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you, and make sure they touch it.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes buying time to his left. This will be caught by Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 3, check 3. Deuce, deuce. Ready.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
Check 24, check 24. Check, 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 check. Red 80, red 80. Check 3,
A first down throw, Darnold. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. back to throw, Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check, check. 40's mark. Red 80. Red 80. Patch it. Oh, 80. Switch.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Take 4, take 4. Yellow, yellow.
Now a handoff looking right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mahomes going to throw it here. Rolling to his right. His throw incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and now it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Past the 20, 10, and oh so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Telvin Smith in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. So